Okay. Beta. I'm gonna show y'all boys where I'm from, man. I'm from that.
What it is, Big Boss, K-Po, Talk Boxing, fucking my soliloquy. Remember, tough times don't last, good people do. Don't official. Cut them in if I lie, maybe you matter. Peak game, ready for us to West Wing. Hey, I want y'all to tell me if I'm tripping. When I pull up to the gym, the store, anything, if I see a white lady get out her car first, I'm not getting out. Am I tripping? Like, I don't get out. You know what I mean? If I see any non-melanated woman get out their car, I don't get out the car. Right? Because they particularly the ones that get afraid, right? You know what I'm saying? They get afraid and they start accusing you of stuff like, oh, he was looking at me. You like, I wasn't even looking. Like, bro, I'm not, what? You know, I've actually had that happen to me before. I had a lady, like, accuse me of, like, looking at her. And I was like, ma'am, first of all, you ugly. God forgive me. First of all, you ugly. I don't mean to get racial. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, I don't play around with stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So if I see a white lady, you know, I don't get out. If she get out the car first, I don't get out. I wait till she walk in the store or the gym or whatever, then I get out and go in. You know what I mean? Or like if they coming out the gym, I wait till they get in their car and they pulling off before I get out. It's just a thing that I do. You know what I mean? But let's talk boxing. James Prince was interviewed by Fight Hub TV. They was talking about Gervonta Tank Davis. You know, Marcus Villegas brought up the whole Keyshawn versus Shakur thing that Tank brought up, and James Prince said, man, that's an excuse. He said, man, that's an excuse. You know what I mean? Like, basically, like, I ain't trying to hear none of that. You know, the hood want Tank versus Shakur. This is the fight that we all want. We all want that fight. This is a fight that, you know, we're seeking after, and we should get it done. And he said after the fight is over with, you know, when Shakur beats Gervonta Tank Davis, he says, I would love to work with Gervonta Tank Davis. He said, I feel like I could take him to that next level. So let's discuss this. For starters, James Prince, y'all don't know, is a Houston legend, right? Mob boss, mafia, how he run, you know, rap a lot. Mob Ties is another record label. I think his sons operate, but he moved very smartly. You know, and I'm gonna tell you this, before I found Christ, when I was a kid, right? He was somebody I looked up to. Like, I looked up to my dad and dudes like James Prince because of how James Prince moved. James Prince moved and how he was respected. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't do all that talking. He ain't doing nothing for attention, for clout. He know who he is as a man. So it's somebody that I really respected. Now, when I was a child, I thought as a child. When I grew into a man, I put away childish ways. Right? So as I grew older, I just kind of like the whole idolization thing went out the window. You know what I'm saying? I still have a lot of respect for him as a man, though. You know what I'm saying? Because he stand on his 10, he got morals and principles, and that's something that I do. I don't deviate from. You're not going to see me on no internet crying. You ain't going to see me write no paragraphs or even in person. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to never see me complain. I don't do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I believe in men being men. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I adhere to. You know what I mean? Like, what you see on here, you see, this is how I am off here. Only thing I would say is I'm not as talkative. You know what I mean? And that's only because it's YouTube and it's boxing talk. So, you know, I gotta talk on here. I can't sit here and be quiet, be standing at the camera. But I'm not as talkative in person. I'm a very quiet dude, very chill dude. I'm on my business, stay in my own lane. You keep doing what you're doing. I do my own thing. That's the type of dude I am. You know what I mean? With you or without you, I'm going to enjoy myself. You know what I mean? Pause. But that's just how I operate. You know what I'm saying? But to get back on topic, him saying that, you know, Tank making excuses, I disagree with that. I don't think that's an excuse. I do think Shakur Stevenson needs to fight Keyshawn Davis. I don't understand why that's an excuse. Now, I get what he's trying to say. He's trying to say, oh, he's trying to deflect, you know, but I'm looking at it, I'm not looking at he's trying to deflect. He's literally saying, like, look, every interview Tank does, they bring up Shakur. it's like they just bring him up and he tired of that. He like, look, bro, I'm finna fight this dude. Talk about this dude. I'm not fighting Shakur right now. You get what I mean? It's like every fight that he has, as of late, they'll bring up Shakur. And he gets annoyed by that because he like, dude, I'm finna fight this dude. And I understand it because it's like, y'all like thinking ahead. Like I'm not thinking ahead. I'm looking at Buddy right here. This is the dude I gotta fight. This is the obstacle that, I gotta overcome. You know what I'm saying? And I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna keep it 1,000. Like, that's how I look at it. That's how I analyze it. So when you see these reporters asking Tank questions like that, he gets annoyed. And he should get annoyed. I'll be pissed off. Like, bro, you talking about this dude, and this dude I'm not fighting him. I'm fighting Lamont Roach. So that's why he gets annoyed. You know what I'm saying? Shakur loves it. Shakur don't tell them anything. He answers the questions. When they start talking about Tank, he look at that as an opportunity. Because he kind of brightens up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'll answer, yeah, I ain't chasing him, but I love to fight him. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, look, bro. Tank is in a different position than Shakur is. Tank's the A side. But Tank looking at it like, I'm focused on this dude right here. Y'all bringing up Buddy from over here. And I'm focused on this dude right here. This the dude I have to beat. So I understand his logic. I understand his mindset. I understand the process that he's trying to bring to the forefront. Like, bro, I'm finna fight Buddy. I'm not fighting Shakur. Right? So I understand what he's saying if that was the case for Tank. But I don't believe Tank is saying that to deflect. I believe Tank is saying that because of the fact that I got an opponent in front of me that I have to beat. You know what I mean? So that's what I think. Tank versus Shakur is a fight that the hood won't. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really seen too many people from the hood sit there and say, oh, I want to see Tank versus Shakur. Now, is it a must-see fight? Like, is it a fight that people want? I think it's 50-50, bro. I think there's some people that really want to see that fight. I think there's some people that's like, I'll watch it. But I feel like this. I feel like if that fight happens, I just see Tank knocking out Shakur. That's just what I see. Y'all may get mad and get upset. Get mad at your mama, not at me. I think that Shakur will have a lot of success. Shakur will make it very difficult. But he ain't got nothing. He can't avoid getting hit for 12 rounds. He gonna get cracked. And when he get cracked, how does he respond to that? You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's gonna be a good response. So looking at it, I'm like, I think once Tank touches jaw, I think Shakur going down. Nah, Shakur very well could win this fight. All he gotta do is hit Tank more than he hit him. You know what I'm saying? And he'll win the fight. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see the fight. Shakur could win this fight by unanimous decision. He's not gonna take no risk. All this stuff, I seen somebody post like, oh, Shakur gonna knock Tank out. I was like, it's one of those situations where you just be like, man, stop playing, bro. A lot of y'all be playing on here, bro. You know what I mean? So I want to do, he gonna beat the brakes out of Tank. No, he's not. He may be able to elude and make it difficult for Tank and not let Tank hit him. And he may be able to score points on Tank and win that way and win by unanimous decision. But that's it. All this other stuff, I don't see that, bro. I'm sorry. He don't do that now. When he get in there with punchers, he's not taking no risk. He don't take risk. He takes the least amount of risk. That's a tongue twister. Least amount of risks when he's in there with a puncher. Look how he fought Edwin De Los Santos. Look how he fought Nakatani. When he get in there with punchers, he fight different, bro. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying at the end of the day, we know what Shakur is. Shakur is a great boxer, right? Ain't taking nothing away from that. Now, James Prince compared this fight, Tank and Shakur, with the Floyd Mayweather Diego Corrales, in which, you know, Marcos Villegas was like, you think he gonna knock Tank down 3 times like, you know, Diego Corrales got knocked down? And, you know, Jay Prince was like, I don't know if that's gonna happen. He said, but I do know Shakur Stevenson will win the fight. I can respect that. You know what I mean? And like I told you, I can see ways Shakur Stevenson can win the fight, but I'm sorry. I think once Tank touched that jaw, it's it. He cannot let Tank touch him. Pause. Like, if Tank touched that jaw, it's a wrap, bro. I'm telling you. Like, so it's just one of those things where Shakur got to play keep away for 12 rounds. You know, land, get out of there. Pop, holla pep. You know what I mean? So, other than that, I agree 50-50 with James Prince. But y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm going to post a link to the interview in the description. Boss go.